So we are going to talk about all of our outsole options. So we offer about 10 different outsole options. Most of these options can be configured and added to the majority of the different boot models that we offer. To start, we have what we would consider our work boot options. These are all of our lug sole options here. At first glance, the three of these look pretty similar, and for the most part they are. The center one here is the V100 Lug sole. So this is like our go-to heavy-duty, most durable option. You're gonna see this outsole on most of our most durable work boots, Builder Pros, things like that. It has a heavy tread pattern. It is available on all the different last options, and it comes with a matching heel cap with a similar tread pattern. Definitely your longest wearing option here. And then we have two variants of that lug sole. So we have the honey lug sole, which has this kind of honey yellow color to it. Aside from the color, it is also a little bit softer than the standard lug. So this still gives you the good tread pattern, but maybe a little bit more comfort while sacrificing maybe a little bit of durability. So this is a nice in-between of like our heavy lug option and then some of our softer wedge sole options that we'll look at later. The other variant we have is what we call the X Lug sole. So this is identical to this one, except that it is rated for heat resistance. So this is the standard sole option for our NFPA hotshots and all of our fire boots. It is also available on most of our boots, but it is, only necessary for those who really need that extra heat resistance. There's also a little bit of extra oil resistance baked into it just due to NFPA certification. So if that's something you need, if you're around gasoline a lot, things like that, I would recommend the Red X over the standard lug. It is less prone to like swelling and falling apart in chemicals and in caustic environments. Next, we're going to move to what we call our heritage sole options. So we've got three standard options here. We have the 430 Mini Lug, the V-Bar, and the 269 Western. The V-Bar and the 430 Mini Lug are going to be the most common options that you see. These two options honestly are fairly identical, except for the tread pattern. The 430 Mini Lug has a little bit more tread to it. It's hard to see there, but there's a tiny bit of extra tread there compared to the V-Bar, which has some tread pattern there, but it is still fairly flat. Despite that, believe it or not, the V-Bar tends to be a little bit more durable than the 430. My recommendation is typically to go with the V-Bar because it is a little bit longer lasting. The third option for our heritage soles is the 269 Western. This is definitely going to be the thinnest, kind of dressiest option that we offer. Not going to get a whole lot of durability. It's going to last pretty long, but I wouldn't recommend this for anything like a work boot. Definitely good for like a casual Falcon or a Comstock boot, something that you're just wearing occasionally on weekends, out to dinner, things like that. We also have leather sole options. Really, it's just another piece of leather that we put on the top. It'll get stitched and nailed. It's probably our least common option. It's about a $40 upcharge, and it can be a little bit slick and can wear out pretty quickly. Leather soles do have some advantages in terms of repairability. Leather soles are pretty easy to cut and replace and do half soles. So if you have a good local cobbler and you like just like a classic leather sole, it might be a good option for you. Next, we're going to talk about our wedge sole options. For our wedge soles, we have a few options here, and it is kind of dependent on the boot model on which of these options are available. So we have our classic wedge soles here. So this is the Nix Wedge. This is an exclusive wedge sole offering through us that we had custom made through a sole provider. It is similar to like the Vibram Christie Wedge in terms of tread pattern, but it is a PU material that tends to be a little bit longer lasting, more durable with a little bit more slip resistance. This sole we have in 3 different colors. So you have like the classic white or cream color there. We have a darker brown color. This can kind of get a little bit lighter on the sides after it's sanded. And then we have a black wedge sole there. The 2 other options we have are the Sierra outsole. So this comes in a black and a coyote brown. This has 2 layers to it. We glue the 2 together during separate parts of the process to make kind of that wedge appearance. The last option is our unit lug. So you will see this on like our waterwork or our fire trooper boot. Very similar to our lug sole options, except you can see that the heel and sole are all one piece. So this is something that we only offer on our 365 stitch down constructions. It is glued and stitched, gives you that traction and that heel profile without the extra heel stack. So cuts down on the weight a little bit. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our customer service department through phone or through email, or you can check out our buying guide where all of this information is available. Thank you.